Hello everyone on the internet and thanks for tuning in. I'm RyuKiva of RyuKiva Toku.
Welcome to another episode of Toku Bros. I'm your co-host, Mikupink of Irrational International, and this is Sentai Talk.
Checkmate! Perfect!
So, this episode of Toku Bros is brought to you by The Great Train Robbery.
Choo choo!
Coming soon, 1905.
1905. So today we are talking about Machine Sentai Kiramager, episode 34. But with a quite somber start, we are going to be paying tribute to actors who have recently passed on, starting with you to pay the first tribute, Mikupink.
Okay. So, first up, it was Osamu Sakuta, who was 62. Most modern fans, okay, the kids nowadays are going to know him from Peppa Pig. But Sentai
So he
fans will
did the
remember.
voice of Peppa Pig, you mean?
No, he does the dad.
The dad, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I've watched the English version, but okay.
I think there's actually a few. Yeah, it's a very popular series.
Oh, of course, worldwide, of course.
But
So he obviously stayed in children's entertainment for his
yeah,
career.
we're talking a few decades. Yeah,
Wow,
I think
okay.
actually, sorry, 5 decades. He's 62.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, it's still a remarkable feat
But
when, like, a veteran actor can, last so long in the industry. And even if they're not strictly sticking to tokusatsu, it's always
mhm,
worth, like, paying note to their career and the life they led, of course.
right.
So, is there
But
anything more you can tell us about this actor?
so his biggest role really is Machine Man,
That's a
which was
tokusatsu, yeah?
it's a tokusatsu
From what
series. So
year? Do you know?
1984, I want to say
Okay.
84. Yeah, very early 80s. It's extremely 80s, but he did a really awesome job.
Okay, I
Uh,
mean, like, I've got a lot of 80s Toku that I've yet to watch, and I'll
that's,
try and
uh,
make a note to
one
watch
of
it.
the great ones. He
Have
definitely
you
does.
have you watched this particular series?
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes. I've also obviously binged through it, but
Okay.
yeah, his role is really interesting. He's an alien that's come to Earth to study sociology.
Okay.
So he's trying to learn more about human nature, trying to help humans out.
Very alien typical, I guess.
Mhm. And then he falls in love with a journalist who's
Okay.
she's in love with Machine Man at first, then she falls in love with um, his kind of civilian identity, who is a college professor, like, or college kind of TA. Essentially.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it's kind of out there, very Superman oriented. Yeah, imagine if like Superman was just a really good inventor from another planet.
I don't know about Inventor because he was a journalist as well, though, right?
Yeah, Superman was a journalist, yeah, or is a journalist, depending.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, is there any final thoughts on Changeman? Machine
Uh,
Man. Sorry. Right. Sorry.
sorry.
Go on.
Um, I mean, it really is something where it's not always remembered outright, but you can definitely see it. And you can look at things nowadays and go, "There's so much influence there." It is definitely a show that was kind of out of left field, but again, created by Shotaro Ishinomori.
Oh, it is created by the father of Tokusatsu. Okay.
Yes, that's well, a big, and really, Osamu Sakuta gave his all to so many different roles.
Sure, it's always heartfelt when it's of when we're talking about a passionate actor that's
Oh yeah,
passed on. So like I'm going to segue this into the next tribute, which which is quite big, and a very young actress by the name of Kinjo Mana. So Kinjo Mana is known to the Sentai community as playing Yui from Ryu Soldier. Obviously, I remember like just over a year ago, myself and Winter Cosplayer were talking about, or was it? No, it was actually with Jay. It was with Dragon Zeron that we were talking about this actress, and I felt she was quite peppy, and specific to the role. I remember she gave like this very alt kind of modern spin on how support roles are played in Sentai, because Ryu Soldier really went for that kind of alt vibe in those early episodes, and that's where Yui for me stood out. Yeah, I mean, again, and I remember being in mixed minds, but one thing that we can definitely say is that she definitely gave her all to the role. And, she did pass away of an unspecified illness, age 25. The cast of Ryu Soldier have all paid tribute to her, and even a few of the suit actors, namely Tiramigo, and, and even the father as well. So again, she was a much loved actress. Just to give a little bit of a pre-scripted bio, Kinjo Mana was originally a model in her hometown of Okinawa. In 2015, she starred in dramas like Nagoya Yuki Sashi Resha, and then in 2015, she was in a movie Kenji Kun no Haru, and then she did I believe she did a couple of music videos, and she served as the second My Navi wedding girl. But of course, obviously 2019, she comes to the role as Tatsuya Yui in Kishiryu Sentai Ryu Soldier. So, do you have any thoughts on Ryu? Just before we start talking about Kiramager, did you have any thoughts on Ryu Soldier as a series?
No, so that was one where, at the time, I was not watching Ryu Soldier.
That's fine. No. I mean, that's fine. But obviously, her agency made the announcement on December the 5th when she passed away on December the 1st, and obviously, people are still paying tribute. People have thanked her for her hard work, and both the management and her family have thanked all the fans for their support, because apparently she had taken quite some time out due to this long-term illness. But our thoughts do go out to her friends and family. So let's talk about Kiramager. So I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best segue, but let's talk about Kiramager episode 34.
Absolutely.
Would you like to start with some opening thoughts?
Okay, so first off, as we were saying, the Great Train Robbery. Those who don't know, The Great Train Robbery is a famous film from the 1900s, but today we're seeing a more elaborate, better budget, really just amazingly executed great train robbery.
In the form of Garza, am I correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think this mecha is as gorgeous as the original version, which is just the...
Well, there wasn't that much difference, was there? I mean, as far as I'm aware, I only really noticed the eyes and the dark glow.
No, but in the silhouette, it just kind of gives it a weirder silhouette.
I believe that's the idea when they do something like that. But to talk about the episode overall, rather than just the specific mecha scene, the episode to me felt pretty standard. I could see I could see the criticism for it to be like a bland filler, but I thought it was pretty decent. But unfortunately, I also felt it was a predictable episode. But I did still enjoy it, admittedly. As a big billiards fan myself, of course, so you're talking about the train robbery, I'm going to talk about the billiards side, so the other side to this episode. So as a massive billiards fan, of course, I appreciated the intro. I mean, I would like to think that those were genuine shots taken by Kirama Blue and Yellow, as opposed to magnetic trickery, but who knows either way. I did feel there was a cheap, to talk about the actual plot now, there was a cheap inclusion of Marjo's mask from what was previously a big key plot character shoehorned in. But I still feel with just over 10 episodes left of Kiramager, there could still be some story from either the past or a good plot twist involving the sisters better than this. I mean, do you have any thoughts on those opening intro scenes?
Actually, one thing I was interested in. Some people call it pool. Have you heard the term snooker? Is that used at all?
Right. Me again. We're kind of going a little bit off topic, but because I'm a big fan, I'm cool. Because I'm a big fan, I'm cool. So basically, billiards is what they were playing. So you've got the numbered balls 1 to 9, and then pool, basic pool, is you can play what they call 8-ball billiards is basically what's known as British pool, where it's just red and yellow with 1 black. Now snooker, again, it's a very similar sport in terms of the premise, But snooker is, it's again, it's similar premise. You have white cue ball that you use to hit the other balls, but snooker has like a different system with the colors, and snooker's a much bigger table.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, obviously we, like I don't know about in the States, but worldwide, not just the UK, but worldwide snooker championships. I think in recent years the Chinese have been really good at playing snooker.
Oh, nice.
Like I know a few years ago there was an Australian champion.
Okay.
But normally they're like British, and like, my favourite snooker player of all time is Stephen Hendry, who's Scottish. But we're
Okay.
going really off topic here. But I guess,
So,
we coming back to Tokusatsu, or coming back to Kiramager
right.
34.
I thought it was
We
it
do
was
see,
honestly like
like, I love how they include Juru in that opening scene,
yeah,
because not just in billiards, but any given anything, beginner's luck. It's all
yeah,
about beginner's luck. So that was an amazing tribute to beginner's luck. So really,
yeah.
this episode should have been brought to you by beginner's luck. I'm not going to lie about this one. So to continue talking about the episode, it does seem centric to blue and yellow, which is actually
Yeah.
quite, I mean, again, it's not too often that they'll do like a centric episode to two ranges. It's normally just one.
Yeah,
But the
that's true.
way they kind of brought blue and yellow together, bearing in mind we don't normally see like like we see green and pink a lot together, and we do see green and pink together in this episode. But the way they kind of made it centric to blue and yellow's relationship,
Mhm.
it's like they really made it so cool. They were literally cool, because again, like you look at previous years, it's normally about the two females and Girls in Trouble, Deca Ranger, and G3 Princess. So seeing two guys that like cool brothers is
True,
actually
yeah.
really good. But when it comes to the actual solution to the predicament, it's almost like the writers deliberately wanted an easily solved plot so the audience could figure it out.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
kind of
did
true.
feel, but to come to the actual plot solution, I would have felt it would have made sense if it was the other way around, with blue taking a shot and yellow reflecting it. But like again, I mean, because again, it was predictable. That's exactly what they did in the opening scenes with billiards. So so yeah, I could also see the tie-in as well.
Uh,
So it's great. But let's talk about what you've been focusing on.
okay.
So the one thing that I felt we should have been able to predict that I didn't is that
Mhm.
Gaza was able to overtake the King Express. Now they randomly decided that pink and green could control the parts which previously Juru would pilot. So I'm not too sure how much of a plot hole that is. And then
I think it's
because red normally
yeah,
uses
yeah.
Kira mentality and whatnot, right?
Mm. How
But
many people, sorry to
no,
but
go on.
how many? Because right now if they have about four mecha,
I've
that's
lost count. Don't even bother about that. But
have
the King
there's
Express
six
is made
people
up
form.
of three trains.
Mhm.
The one that Juru found, the one that
Yeah,
came from
right.
underwater, and the dinosaur train. That's Garza's train.
Mhm.
So like, because normally Juru would take over the dinosaur train with his Kira mentality or something. But of course, pink and green do not have this, has it to his extent. So naturally, Garza was able to pilot King Express and made it all evil and dark and glowy and stuff. So the mech fight with Grateful Phoenix to me made little sense, and I'll be honest, I thought it was quite hard to follow. And then
Okay.
it departed anyway, which does spark a theory that Yodonna is more strongly tied to Yodon than has been previously let on. Most likely, like again, a different way to what has been said. And yet, yellow and blue should have either been able to finish Yodonna, so that it shouldn't have been so, or that it shouldn't have been so easy in the first place. In
Okay.
Sentai
Wow.
of old, like I know you like your retro and
Mhm.
your Showa era,
Yeah,
but like in Sentai of old, they would have defeated the commander just for a new one to appear. And I
absolutely.
didn't feel they would do that with Yodonna, because she
Um,
does seem popular. To the adult
that's true.
fan base at least, right?
Absolutely. There was actually one villain who I don't remember who it was. They brought her back one season after as a new villain who was like a cyborg version of herself.
No, I don't know. I mean, that must have been Showa
I
era.
think that was like Sun Vulcan.
Yeah, it must have been because I've not
I think
seen
like Denji
those.
managed Sun Vulcan or something like that. I gotta recheck.
Sure, but no worries. But yeah, just to finish off,
Okay.
I will finish by saying that the preview doesn't seem like it will connect to the ending with this ending. So like episode 35 doesn't seem like it will resolve half of what's gone on here, or it'll get us any closer to the mysteries surrounding Yodon, which seems like they will rush the ending for Kiramager, a bad trend that we have recently seen in Sentai that I
Sure.
fear.
Mhm.
So, do you have any final thoughts for
Um,
this?
this it feels like everyone got over this whole like terrible like big mecha battle like pretty well, and everyone seemed pretty chill.
Yeah, I'll agree with that again. It was quite a sort of haphazard ending.
Just like so like a weird. No. I'm saying like in between. Like remember last episode 33 was just like super hardcore. You know, like the world's
Yeah,
about
well, I
to
mean,
go.
again, because I remember when we were talking last week, it's like it was such an amazing scene. So, like, I'd probably mean I've not really talked to, but yeah, like I already said, I found it hard to follow. I mean, the fact that I found it hard to follow, I couldn't really appreciate the CGI like I did last week. But you know,
Yeah.
I'd probably say it was standard. I mean, it wasn't bad.
No, I thought it was a good episode. I just feel like it could have. It was a breather episode that maybe didn't show
Yeah,
too much.
again, like a filler nonetheless, right?
Well, no, so I just need a breather episode, you know, for people to kind of
Yeah, sure. I mean,
realize.
hope. I mean, again, but the thing is, we are getting closer to those final episodes, and
Mm,
again, I just have this really bad feeling that they are just going to, rush the ending, which again seems to be a bad trend all around in recent years for Sentai. But
that's
on that slightly pessimistic note, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. You can catch us all on the social medias as per usual. My boy Mikupink at Irrational International. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram, and his Snapchat. Links are in the description below, as well as for ourselves, the Toku Bros. We are on Facebook, Instagram. The Discord group is in the link below, as well as this YouTube channel and Reddit, as well as Twitter at Toku Bros 71. And finally, myself, RyuKiva of RyuKiva Toku. You can find me on pretty much all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, Discord, Reddit, my YouTube channel, which has Toku Unboxing Series 3 well underway, as well as Twitter and my URL, ryukivatoku.wordpress.com. You're pointing the wrong way, by the way. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all again next time. And as always, fierce through the cam.
all
See you
right.
next time.